cups are falling apart.
Great.
Yeah, it's frozen grapes, mango, and pineapple splashed with lemon juice and coated in a sour
Can you move that over
coating.
here?
Yeah.
Right
That
there.
sounds like a lot. I just want frozen. I like just regular frozen stuff.
Okay, 1 minute.
Huh.
Perfect.
I've never heard of it.
Hey, Dr. Can you put your mic back over here?
A riot
Only
is
45 calories.
a massive grape.
All right.
Like it's a big bowl of fruit.
40.
There's some kind of animal that's, when you get a bunch of them together, they call it a riot.
I don't know. You want me to Google it?
Is it blackbirds? Is it crows? Crows are murders.
Millions of Uber drivers and couriers in the form of no tax on tips. Mr. President, our birders are grateful.
I think they have to tell them to suck up.
Doing a lot of work on Iran.
Oh, you piece of
I
crap.
see that what you just said, you came here and
Okay, we're going right back to the roundup.
Yeah, Philadelphia police investigating not exactly getting run. A man armed with a gun and a heck of a lot of ammunition was arrested at a No King's Day rally in Chester County.
It's absolutely terrifying. I mean, I couldn't believe it.
30 seconds.
Someone walking around here like that.
Alarming video shows his arrest within the
He
crowd.
has like 5 minutes.
Plus, free fun. Dozens of museums
Free fun.
are offering free admission 2
Museums.
weeks in a row starting this week. Nice. Are the Phillies back?
Say what?
You could.
Oh, okay. Can you bring that plant over? Thank you.
Yeah.
How about that? Grand Slam. Grand Salami. By the way, I would like to dedicate this hour to my aloe plant that I have kept alive for 7-8 years now. When it looks like it's on death's doorstep.
Yeah,
It-
what are this? It's like dead in some parts, right?
Yes, it is dead in some
Okay.
parts. But it's still got goo in it.
I don't know a lot about plants and, but aren't you supposed to pick off the dead parts so that way the...
Probably so, yeah.
Okay.
It's prickly though.
Didn't you work in a nursery?
I
Shouldn't
did.
you know how to do this?
I'm not sure why the stem is turning white, but it's probably some kind of fungus, and I'm probably killing myself. By the way, I've turned on the little machine here, our other little camera that we have on the desk. We call it behind the scenes of Good Day Philadelphia. All it is that the camera's pointing at us, and you get to hear us talk in the commercial breaks.
Talk, discuss things.
Well, basically, it's very serious crafting of a program we call Good Day Philadelphia.
But also, you can go on our YouTube and you can comment and interact because the stream is there, our Fox 29 Philly YouTube page. And that's a way to talk with us while we're doing this.
I have a question to everybody who's watching there and at home. For some reason, the Starbucks cups that we've been getting lately are coming apart like they're cheap, and the coffee oozes out the side of the cup and then just falls apart. I don't find this at other Starbucks though.
Oh, really? Just this one?
It's just the one. No, I don't want you to pee in my coffee now for saying that. No. All
It'll
right.
be an investigation. You maybe should go undercover and figure out what's wrong.
Have
with
you
the
noticed that
cups.
the cups are getting crummy? Here's Drew.
All right, we'll get some investigative journalism
Please.
on that one. Let's send a live reporter to the Starbucks just up the street. Let's get you on those streets this morning. And if you step out, we're running into some showers. First, we're going to take you down to Atlantic City where we have the Ghost enjoying a little rocket right there. Now, here's the thing. This is, by the way, Seabreeze doing that. We're going to deal with some pretty chilly weather down the shore. You're going to want the hoodie today because temps aren't leaving the 60s anywhere in our area. And then you got the sea breeze, as we saw with the Ghost. So it's going to be cold down the shore. We're dragging a couple showers that have just fired off in Cumberland County, Salem County, Gloucester County. More pop-up showers to come this morning.
That's
right
right.
after lunchtime. We'll take you live around the region. You can hold the showers. We got the dry weather as we watch some of the Ghosts just enjoying the flames to warm up this morning. Buzzed out buddy, he is off
That's a
for
real
summer.
picture.
He'll be hiking around Burlington County a little later when he comes the umbrella.
Aerial
See,
view.
we are dry come
Aerial
later this
view of
afternoon,
Holland.
and we don't need the umbrellas anymore
My
until
friend's weighing
Wednesday
in.
afternoon once that happens. So from 3 o'clock on, all dry as we look at these cloudy skies over Chester County. That's what's keeping us chilly again. And 20 degrees colder than average. It's going to be
My friend
cool
says
again this
to
afternoon
change the pot.
if we don't leave the
Put a
60s.
bigger pot
But
in
this is
space to
leaving us.
grow and
Watch
not-
it go. Less green around lunchtime.
I'll get right on it.
disappearing at from there. And we're going to go, just like those ghosts, down the shore. From there, your wipers stay down on Tuesday. They're up in the afternoon on Wednesday. Well, widespread scattered showers popping up. And then, man, they're going to be going like that on Thursday. We're getting some nasty storms for the afternoon. And then it really gets hot. We'll talk about a heat wave that starts this weekend and some 90s for the middle of the week. Coming up in just a few minutes. But first, let's get a check of the roads. And you know what? Bob Kelly's off, so I got you covered on that one. Let's see what's happening. First, we're going to Delaware. Here's a look at I-95, just by the ballpark. We got the Blue Rocks playing. I think they're coming back later this week. They've been out of here for a while. They usually do fireworks Friday night.
Do you think we should do something like a bigger headline down than this?
There wasn't a police car.
703.
This guy was off on the shoulder. The police showed up. They blocked traffic, so he'd go from over here to over there.
people saying
And this
replant
guy is
yellow.
just there kind of watching them until they figure out what's wrong with the car. In the meantime, they're slowing down traffic around the Collegeville area of 422. This will be an issue.
We're gonna order some potting
422
soil
going
from,
from, say, Pottstown to Oaks or KOP. You're going to run into
Should I
that.
be
It's
covering
been there for about half an hour now. Let's take you to New Jersey. Things are quiet on 42.
yeah.
This is in Camden County. Let's swing on over to
I thought we
Burlington
haven't been-
County. So here's what's going on. There's been a wildfire for a couple days
your head in
now,
the sand.
and it's still closing some local roads. So south of 70, just past 206, you can run into that in Burlington County, quickly around Chemung Township where the
Naples,
fire got
Florida
started.
has.
Otherwise, the traffic flow, for the most part, it's okay. Slowing down on stretches of 76. Really slow on 95 as you get closer to the city because of some construction that's blocking a lane, both coming in and going out of the city, just north of Center City. That's Check the Roads and a forecast this morning for you, Mike and Alex.
Okay, let's get this straight now. This isn't the World Cup that we have tonight. It's the FIFA Club World Cup. So they're clubs from around the world have been playing. They played on Saturday, they played on Sunday, and now we get ours here tonight at 9 o'clock at the Link. All right?
Yep. So Hank is live there outside of the link, and he's ready. He's telling us what to expect and all the goings on.
Just started for me this morning, probably 2 a.m. driving up 2 Street in Old City. I saw 3 different gentlemen.
2 Street.
I don't know what American guns are going to look like, but they were wearing club jackets whose names I couldn't remember. They all had stars.
You know, that's what they call it, 2nd Street.
My guess is that they
in
were
South
here for a little bit of
Yeah, but not
World
up here.
Cup guys. And Mike, you said a Club World Cup.
Up here.
Forget about the nation
Not in this
against
part.
nation.
Oh, I
Down
thought he
there.
was driving down to this.
Oh, okay.
This is the best.
That was my thought.
Yeah, probably.
If you love worldwide soccer, no better place to be than Philadelphia right now, guys. And it kicks off tonight at 9 o'clock here at the Link. How do you spell economic impact to the local economy? Say it with me, guys. FIFA, FIFA. Welcome to Philadelphia. Club World Cup beginning tonight, guys. It's like the international nation.
It's not beginning tonight. This is like their third match.
No weak teams in the tournament, guys. Tonight, the 2 Legion champions at League A Club. Esperance takes on FC Flamingo out of Rio de Janeiro, the 2022 South American champions. There are tickets available, guys. Come one, come all. Like I said, welcome to Philadelphia.
Whether you are a soccer aficionado and a diehard, whether you may be soccer curious.
You better get to know Meg.
or you just really want to see.
You're gonna see a lot of her
because
next 12 months.
You know and love about Philadelphia. There is a place for you to be part of FIFA World Cup in the city.
You've hiked the Wissahickon Creek. You haven't you?
I have, yes, I do. But different parts of it, so, you know, wide range.
Have you ever been to Devil's Pool? What she's talking about.
It's really cool, and I'm really excited for it because
I bet you did.
it's coming to Philadelphia, and I'll be able to see my first World Cup.
Yeah, and what we're talking about here, Mike, Alex,
Is it really deep enough to swim in?
The widely thrown around number is more than $750 million in economic impact for the region.
Is Alicia Quarles dating a guy?
What?
Why
Why do you assume that? Because she's on vacation?
Yeah, and she was hugging some guy yesterday.
On her grid? Hard launch?
Maybe it was her dad.
Big difference. Yes, Boom Chicka Pop is my favorite type, although it doesn't have as much. Smart Pop has more popcorn, but not as flavorful. Boom Chicka Pop is, you know, you can't get it all.
Chelsea. Those are both colossal premiership teams.
She's looking really good.
Juventus coming, which is more than likely the most famous team out of Italy, other than maybe AC Milan. Let the fans fight over that. But huge club presences this year, guys. All over the world.
Okay, great. We're gonna play soccer tonight at 9.
We've got matches on Wednesday and on Friday as well. Check the list. We've got a lot of action here at the link, and you can get tickets too. And there's not even brought to you a King's Ranch.
Yeah, jump on Twitter. Let me know if you're gonna go. Hank, do you think it's gonna like be full? The link will be full. True. Oh yeah. Yeah. All right. Thank you for that. 7:08.
We should see there've been already some videos and stuff. They were at Liberty Point. There were some of the. Did you see that?
Down the Delaware River.
Mm-hmm. They were having a little rally, and all the fans were getting together. So it's going to be interesting to see how they show their fandom throughout the next couple of
We have
days.
a ton of soccer fans in this city and Delaware Valley.
7:08. In Chester County, a heavily armed man was arrested at the No Kings rally on North High Street Saturday. So we know that a lot of folks were talking about the No Kings rally, but there were several throughout the area. So this was the one in
Looked like
Westchester.
he was near it anyway. Yeah. Greg has details.
Okay, so it's a minute 40. Minute 40.
Has to go to the nearly
Mike, do you want a viewer
6,000
pick
people that were in
today?
attendance of this No Kings
Yeah.
rally here in Westchester, and then
you
also
wanna-
the law enforcement.
You still have
presence that
Pamela.
was there. The combination of the two.
Or there's
Kathy
Kathy,
Baker.
Very bad
Hunter,
at this rally. Now,
firefighters.
the result of the two is this
Let's do the
video that shows
firefighters
the moment
for Father's
Westchester
Day.
police made the arrest of an unidentified
They didn't give
man
us
who was
names
having
unless
on
you
the
know.
Somebody
Now, a lot of
did
evidence
eventually
that
send.
the No
Oh,
Kings
it's.
rally on Saturday, the Chester County
I did get
District
names.
says it was
Okay.
an unlicensed firearm
It
that
wasn't in the
was
email
found
you
during the
sent
search.
me.
No, Freddie Mitchell sent that to me.
Does it matter that the other ones are down?
1 minute.
We'll have to go get them and put them on.
Where we have them?
Candy has a file going.
There's a couple back there.
Okay.
And right now, motive is still unknown of why this
I
man
will
would
let
be
her
so
know.
heavily armed near the No Kings rally, but the community and those attending the event are happy police responded so quickly.
That's absolutely terrifying. I mean, I
Yes,
couldn't believe
yeah,
it.
the old ones.
Someone walking around here
Thank
like that,
you. 30
thankfully
seconds.
someone spotted them out so that nothing catastrophic happened.
Luckily, everyone who witnessed that person looking suspicious, they spoke up and said something about it.
Thank you, Barbara, for the compliment on my dress.
This whole place would have been a disaster.
But Stevie Wonder's mom.
Sarah Martin says, "This is so cool. My first time watching this way. I love it. Welcome to the party. Glad that you're here to see the behind the scenes." Here we go.
Hey, stand by.
Fox 29 News.
Interesting to see what he was truly up to. Well, speaking of those No King rallies across the country, a lot of people were saying the flagship rally was here in Philadelphia, but there were some huge ones across the country. There were over 2,000 individual rallies across America. This one in Philly started at Love Park around noon, and then they walked to the Philadelphia Museum of Art. I'm not good at judging crowds, but I'd say probably close to 75,000 people were out there. I've heard estimates of 100,000. I don't know about that. So the rally was organized by the 50-51 organization, symbolizing 50 states, 50 protests under one movement. But like I said, there were over 2,000 of the protests or rallies. Yeah. That was the same day that we celebrated the United States Army, their 250th birthday on Saturday. I went over to some of the festivities here in Philly.
Yeah. What time? Like what time? Like what was going on when you went? Because I know they had a
It started
schedule.
at 2, and it was in between Independence Hall and that would be Arch Street.
Mm-hmm.
They had a helicopter out there. Miss USA was there.
Yes, we talked to her on Friday. So there was a parade honoring veterans, active duty service members, and our future leaders. The event was celebrated with a concert, a cake cutting ceremony that was done by Miss USA.
Yes, she did it.
And an enlistment ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
And as you know, Philadelphia is the birthplace of the Army, established on June 14th, 1775. Oh, wow, that's how they cut the cake?
Oh, heck yeah. You know,
That's
now that
pretty
I
cool.
think about it, I'm not sure that
There
Miss
she is, Miss USA.
Miss USA, I don't know that she had a knife. I don't know if she did it or not.
She looked like she was...
Did she have a knife in her hand?
It was her and someone. They did it in tandem.
That's where I was, over by the visitor center.
Yeah. This must be the enlistment ceremony, maybe?
Yes, the Army is older than our country. Mm-hmm. And then in D.C., I think at one point they had like 6,500 troops march down in this parade. It was kind of cool to see helicopters flying over. They had parachute teams, tanks, Black Hawk choppers. I saw one soldier carrying a drone, because that's kind of the way battles are being fought now, with drones. There's one right there. And the President, First Lady obviously was there.
Fireworks.
Yep, fireworks. Looks like they're on the balcony of the south, looking over the south lawn there. What a weekend.
Yeah.
Man, there was a lot going on.
And on top of that, because I'm sure the president was busy with all that in the 250th, but Iran stepped up its missile attacks against Israel. And we were hearing about reports of things escalating over the weekend. And then this morning, there have been some attacks, as it's now the fourth day.
Yeah, the two countries are just going back and forth, back and forth. I don't know who's going to give. Doug Luzader's in D.C. now. Doug.
We're still standing shoulder to shoulder with Israel, but there have clearly been some difficult discussions behind the scenes.
More Iranian missiles found targets in Israel. The attacks appear to be aimed at civilian areas, all part of Iran's response to last week's Israeli strikes designed to destroy Iran's nuclear program. Even U.S. embassy offices in Tel Aviv were damaged and will remain closed today. President Trump arrived in Canada last night for a G7 summit, where traditional
I think he's in Alberta.
are giving way to concern over the latest Middle East strike. And the president has said repeatedly that Iran needs to come back to the negotiating table.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to say that.
But we have learned that the president privately told Israel to scrap plans to assassinate Iran's supreme leader. In an interview last night, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu would not discuss it.
Actually, there's so many false reports.
You don't say any of this stuff on TV.
And while Israel may have stopped short of that goal for now, it could still be in the cards.
The principal objectives are one, to take down the nuclear enterprise and also the ballistic missile enterprise. But certainly Prime Minister Netanyahu would take the byproduct of that, and that is regime change.
And Netanyahu also says that Iran, through proxies, has been behind 2 assassination attempts on President Trump.
So Israel gave us the heads up, the United States of America, that they were going to do this, right? Yeah. Right. Yeah, that would be because they have tried. Thank you. They've tried to uprise and change the regime, the Iranian people. Mm-hmm. Remember when there was a group of women who organized that about 3 or 4 years ago, and they killed them all, for attempting it. All right, 7:15. Well, this was big news while you were sleeping.
Yeah, police in Minnesota have arrested a man who is suspected of killing a state lawmaker and injuring another. 57-year-old Vance Bolter was captured last night after a 2-day manhunt, and he was arrested yesterday after police say he surrendered in the woods near his home.
There he is.
He's accused of shooting and killing former Democratic State Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark in their home. Police say he then went to Senator John Hoffman's home, where he shot and injured Hoffman and his wife Yvette.
He got into a fight with police too, gunfight.
So, a list of roughly 70 names, including state and federal lawmakers, it was found in a fake police vehicle near one of the crime scenes.
Yeah, good thing that the cops got into a shootout with him, because they got his car that was filled with ammunition. Who knows where he was headed next, to the list of 70 people that he had.
Because it had been a couple of days, right, since he was at large.
Oh, yeah.
It was over the weekend.
This happened Saturday morning. Well, overnight in Minnesota, Friday night into Saturday morning.
So it was all of Saturday, all of
Yeah.
Sunday. So people were very concerned.
And he was hiding out, Drew,
Wow.
very close to his house.
Oh,
In the
an hour or
woods.
two?
Yeah, yeah. They went in and got him.
I like that one. All right, well, let's bring it back here at home. So yesterday, I was down at the Italian market area. I was getting some pizza, and I'm walking around in a t-shirt, and I was wishing I had my little windbreaker on. I was cold yesterday with these temperatures right here in the mid-60s, and today, because of the clouds still stuck over us, they are back for more. Let's take you around the region and show you that. These are the highs. I know it's the middle of June, but this is what we got. Mid-60s right there in Upper Bucks, Montgomery County. Upper 60s in Delco and in Philly and Newcastle County. Down the shore, a couple 70s starting to show up here and there, like in Salem County and Cumberland County.
Barbara
But if
was
you are down
first
the
time
shore,
behind the scenes.
trade out the windbreaker for a hoodie. Because not
Jennifer
only are you
says good
chilly in the
morning and
60s,
congrats to the Army.
degrees today.
There you go,
Also,
yeah.
grab this when you step out.
250
More showers
years.
starting to pop up right now. We'll see the showers continue over the next few hours. Then around lunchtime, they're going to start disappearing just like that. And then we're done. No windshield wipers on your way home. Keep the road closed tomorrow. We don't need it on Tuesday. You will need it Wednesday afternoon. Absolutely need it on Thursday. Really, really stormy, nasty storms Thursday afternoon.
Sword.
Put that on your radar. They're coming in with a cold front, so that sweeps the board, gets away some heat, humidity we have in the middle of the week. Brings you a perfect day on Friday. The heat's coming right back. It is hot this week, and I'm talking melting the ice cream kind of hot. So there's your hot middle of the week. There's your reprieve right there toward the end of the week. And then there is the start of a heat wave on Sunday. That is
Really?
a check
This
the
is
forecast. Now let's get a check of the roads
My
this
boys
morning
had a thing,
and
yeah.
see what's happening around our region. First, let's get you started back on 422. Goes like this. I'm switching my traffic code right there. We have had this issue on the shoulder for a while now. I'm slowing things down right around the Collegeville area in Monco. Otherwise, here's what you got. Slow on 76, no surprise there. Slow on
We gotta do
95.
that around Old
coming
City.
from northeastern part of Philly towards Center City, as it usually is this time of the day. It's even worse on that stretch of 95 because there's some construction, is what I was trying to say, that's blocking a lane, so it's slow in both directions near the Betsy Ross Bridge. Look at this, man, that is a jail. Yeah. Not happy about that one. If you got to go with
Oh
that
no,
too.
we
Now,
hit unsubscribe now? I'm unsubscribing left and right
So
all
I'll
day
talk about
long.
those Bucks County, New Jersey.
Just anything.
There is a little issue with a crash on the
Like if I buy,
shoulder.
no,
So
like
that's
if you
slowing
buy a
things
shirt
down
or something,
just
the
past
company.
there by Coppin Avenue, 195
Yeah.
north, and here's
So-
76 slowing itself down as you head into the city.
If that's
That
true,
should
we
be
need to
the
do a
city.
segment.
That is Check the Roads this morning. Mike and Alex, over to you.
Okay, what got into the Phillies?
Yeah, the bats seem to have woken up.
Yeah,
Last week they got swept by the Pirates.
one of the worst teams.
And now 1 week later, they completed a sweep of the Blue Jays.
Who was a good team.
Zach Wheeler with another quality start. He got a ton of run support, particularly with this grand slam from Nick Castellanos. And the Phils crushed the Jays 11-4.
11-4. Oh, did you catch? Well, the catch? The great catch by the Blue Jays left fielder yesterday. Bottom of the fifth, Phillies up 6-2. So Nick Castellanos almost got another home run. This fly ball he hit is going to go off the top of the wall, right? This close to a home run. Look at the catch. Oh God, what's this guy's name? Damn it. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, full speed face plants against look at the mark he left.
Oh.
Maybe that's some of his eye black from under his
Yeah.
eyes, could be. And then there's another dent
Oh.
right there. I don't know what part of the body that was. Maybe his foot.
Yeah, check out his face. Look at his face is all red.
Oh, yeah. There was a little bit of blood in his mouth.
Those padded walls are really not that padded.
No, they're pretty stiff.
I mean, it's better than, I guess, a brick wall, but still.
Yeah, Alan Roden, is that his name? Yeah. What a play, man. So, Nick didn't get the home run there. It's an out.
Right.
But then he came back later with a grand slam. Way to go, Nick. Phillies had 18 hits yesterday. 7:21. Oh, Baskin Robbins is dropping a sweet deal. And this time it's all about the parents, not for the kids. How you can cash in for a sweet treat. You ever look at the Baskin Robbins logo?
Yeah.
The numbers 3 and 1 are in the logo.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's the pink.
It's the pink.
This is their newer logo. Back in the day, it was different.
Yeah. 31 flavors, we used to call it. Mm-hmm.
How does it work? Is it a guy named Baskin and a guy named Robbins?
I would imagine.
And
They sound
before,
like-
wasn't it like 31 with a circle around it, or the one turned into a circle?
Hell, I don't know.
You don't remember the old Baskin Robbins logo?
I bet they have more than 31 flavors now.
I don't know.
Swag.
In that little fridge, there's always seems to be a set number.
More miles driven, more dollars saved, more life embraced, and more electrifying vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Get great leases on many of your favorite Toyota hybrids, like the Corolla, Camry, RAV4, and Crown. Shop online and visit your nearest Tri-State Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
I went to Jefferson for bariatric surgery, but my tests revealed lung cancer. I was 38 and never smoked. How could I have cancer?
Mhm.
But I was fortunate. My doctors found cancer.
Well, it was Saturday. It was Saturday, but if we're doing one.
Right.
Except, yeah.
Jefferson gave me my life back.
You guys are quiet today. What'd you do over the weekend?
Are you talking to viewers?
Yeah. Who are you talking to?
Myself.
If the fact that it was cold and rainy made me stay inside a lot more, which I was appreciative.
30 seconds.
You know, I put up with it Saturday.
You went out.
Then I got annoyed yesterday.
You went out Saturday.
I went over and got coffee at the National Constitution Center.
Oh, yes.
And then I went to watch some of the 250.
Where'd you watch? Oh,
Just sitting there at the Constitution Center.
lovely.
Then I went over to Parktown Place.
Part time.
Mm-hmm.
What's there?
5, 4, 3.
75,000 people.
Part time.
Yeah. Let's talk ice cream. What do you say?
Yes.
BR, Baskin Robbins, is giving parents an extra sweet treat this summer. So they are offering $1.99 scoops throughout the month of June.
How much are the scoops normally? I mean, it still sounds great.
So what we're saying is $2. It's called the Parent Pass, and it's exclusive to Baskin Robbins reward members. Oh, I'm not a reward member.
Well, I'm sure you just have to sign up. I'm sure it's not.
Do I have to get the app? The promotion starts today and offers parents a discounted scoop of any of its ice cream flavors every weekday through June 27th. The company says it's a way to give parents a break during the summer, proving that children aren't the only ones that can enjoy ice cream. I like Baskin Robbins.
Yeah, I'm seeing it could be as much as $5.
Oh, for a scoop of ice cream? Like a cup is $5.
But maybe it depends on the place, because
What's a cone?
that I don't know.
Our viewers will know.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys will tell us.
A Montgomery County high school loses the state championship really in a devastating way. A balk off in the 13th inning. Are you kidding?
So North Penn took on Cedar Cliff out of Camp Hill for the title.
Does he balk here? Oh, poo.
In the 13th inning, Cedar Cliff loaded the bases with no outs when the home plate umpire called a balk after an apparent flinch, sending a run home. North players were seen upset and confused with the call, which gave Cedar Cliff the win. The final score was 1-0.
1-0?
The game took more than 6 hours, making it the longest baseball state championship game in Pennsylvania history. Oh, you can see how upset the other team is and how excited.
Well, no. I mean, rules are rules, but if the bases are loaded and nobody's out, there's a good chance they're going to win anyway. But to call a balk? Does he balk here? Oh, he called that a balk. Wow. Whoa.
That's interesting.
That took some balls and strikes. Yeah. 7:27.
Well, at least they both made history, both teams.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll talk about that the rest of their lives. Okay. So have you been walking around, especially Wissahickon Creek and stuff like that? So we've had a number of coyote sightings in our area. But what do you do if you do come across a coyote? We know somebody who knows Wissahickon, this area, inside and out. And she joins us next.
What do you do for a Klondike bar?
I took balls to call a ball.
205 break.
Yeah.
Dang.
With their free Ultimate Growth checking account at citadelbanking.com/growtv. Sip into savings this summer with Wawa.
Y'all are really having fun with this.
Hot coffee for $1. Any size iced coffee for $2.
Dom, can you load up one of those?
Every day, just for being a Wawa Rewards member.
I don't know if you're listening to Keith.
We've devoted our professional lives to writing wrongs.
Okay.
Company or a person has harmed another.
For decades, our firms have the most often lawyers.
Yeah, what's up?
And for decades, we won some of the largest verdicts
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the industry.
We've gotten corporations and governments.
Excellent.
to reform.
Sounds good.
So our community and our nation is safer.
Making people's lives better is a high honor and a great calling.
Oh, I thought it was just Sarah. It's,
Now it's two people.
Keith will tell you. Just a clip from the Roadrunner cartoons.
It's the final minutes. The game is on the line. Just like in a game, your home's comfort can be on the line if your air conditioner is not ready for the summer. At Four Quarters, we show up for you in the clutch, delivering honest, reliable service when it matters most. It's Rush Shine.
40 seconds out.
For our 40-40 AC inspection and beat the heat before the summer comes.
And John, please ask Sergeant, how do you say his last name? It's Roman. Is the V errant or is it really there?
You guys, there's coyotes in the Wissahickon, so we're
20,
doing a
20
segment
out.
about that.
Yeah, so it's between
Roman. Okay. Just like it looks.
15.
95 north is closed. And I think there's some sort of crash or something. Yeah.
7, 6, 5.
I think this is
4,
supposed to be free.
3,
Okay.
2, 1.
Thank you.
I thought it was some kind of
Don't worry about it.
eek.
Free fun! Dozens of museums in Philly are offering free admission days for 2 weeks starting this week. So we have details on this deal that you won't want to miss. And these are some museums you probably haven't checked out yet. So it's a great incentive to go and explore.
Well, might as well go to a museum. I'm not going to be outside because the weather sucks.
Well said. Today
Thank you.
is your day to do
So
it.
eloquent.
Here's the deal.
Yes.
I know it doesn't feel like June. I know this is kind of weird, but just roll with it because it gets hot in that 7-day forecast. I'm talking really hot. Let's take a live look right now and see what's happening down the shore. So Sue let me know that these guys are always fishing on the jetty in Atlantic City. Despite this chilly weather, they don't mind. They're fishing right there. This morning I'm checking on the Doppler radar. See if
We'll do
these
the,
guys going to get rained on. Oh yeah, they will.
cartoon
About an
after
hour
the
from now.
interview.
Look at the showers that developed in South New Jersey, the Delco. So
Well,
we'll
nobody's
see some
been
more
hurt yet,
showers
right?
as the morning goes on.
Nobody's
Even at
been
lunchtime
hurt
too,
yet.
there'll be some pop-up showers.
They're having babies.
Let's take
The
a
babies
ride
are
around
in
the
a
region
den
from
and they
Atlantic
don't,
City
you know,
to
they get
Doylestown.
upset.
And here's what we got. Your temperatures, they look like this, right around 60.
60
They're not
degrees.
leaving the 60s today, but stop by
Yeah, let
this
them
morning's
sit through the
Atlantic Guys
coyote.
got us some problem for the morning. They're just going to close it up and go for a
Has
walk.
anybody
It's
seen
all fall,
coyotes
so they'll be
lately?
looking forward to that this afternoon when it's dry.
Anybody responding
Look at
about
this
coyotes?
temperature jump right here. Walk anytime on Tuesday. It's a dry day, nice day in the 70s. Still cloudy though. Wednesday, we get sun out, but that leads to showers
Yeah.
popping up all over in the afternoon.
Ooh.
Hot on Wednesday, hot on Thursday.
We're gonna interview people
Then we
about
get you a
coyotes.
Great compliments of these storms. Some nasty
Me,
storms
me.
on the way for Thursday. I just want to put that on your radar for the afternoon and evening. On the backside of that, it's nice for a day or two before a heat wave
And
starts.
Dom, let me know,
We'll have all those hot weather
what
numbers
the
coming up
cartoon
in the
clip
7-day
is.
forecast
Is it an
in just a few
anvil?
minutes.
Is it a
But first, let's get you
dynamite?
heading down the highway. Here's a check of the roads. I got you covered on that one. I'll count it also off this morning. So we want to get started on I-95. A section of I-95 is closed this morning. Here's what's going on. I-95 North, leaving Center City, heading to like the northeastern part of Philadelphia, or to like New Jersey, Bucks. It's closed between the Betsy Ross
I need to start
area
going to Bob
and
Kelly
Common
days.
Avenue. Look at this. No cars right
Let's
there.
take random
So
days
there's
off.
an issue there. I imagine there was
You
a
know what I mean?
crash.
So
Police
there's
are
large
marking that.
random?
So 95 North,
Mondays and random,
leaving
at least you get a 3-day
Philadelphia, heading
weekend.
to the north, away
I mean,
from the city, closed
instead
right
of
now.
taking like
We've
2
got
weeks
it
at
on
a
that.
time.
On the other side, traffic's so slow.
Microdosing
so usually
your
it's coming into
vacation.
the city. In
I,
that area of Cottman and
what's your
Academy Road.
opinion?
This is the section of
Because
95
if I
that is
stay
closed
another
right
year
now.
doing this-
Otherwise,
Yes.
we got some slow moving traffic on 76.
I'm sorry?
That's near there. In New Jersey we go. Looking pretty
Yeah,
fine on
so-
major
so-
roads
yeah,
in New
but
Jersey.
what is the
other
action
issue
that
I
it-
found
that
in
they-
New Jersey is that wildfire continues just to rage on, even though it's 80% contained at this point. But there's some local streets that are closed because of that fire in Burlington County, namely around the
Okay.
Shalung Township area south of 70 and right by Route 206. On the Vine Street Expressway, go slow right there.
Would be
It's
Wile E. Coyote,
it's
I
95 that is open
Yes.
because it's getting closer to the airport, so they're good to go there, or if they go to 76, where it's slow this morning. Let's check the roads and check the forecast, Mike and Alex.
Hey, thanks a lot. Okay, so some recent coyote sightings in our area. You know, there's some people on edge a little bit.
So park officials have added some new warning signs throughout Wissahickon Valley Park, where several coyotes have been spotted. So what do you need to know? Because a lot of folks like to hike and walk this time of year. What do you do if you encounter one?
Well, we're joined by Sarah Marley, interim president, Friends of Wissahickon, which is a great organization, and Sergeant William Vroman, group supervisor with the Pennsylvania Game Commission. Thank you to you both. First of all, Sergeant, back when I was growing up in Kansas, you know, some of my relatives just called them coyotes. We should be saying coyote, right? Sure. Yeah.
So it's like tomato, tomato, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of coyotes in our area, right, Sergeant? Mm-hmm. Sure.
Would you say, and would you agree that we are seeing more than usual right now? What do you think it is that's making them more visible and we're seeing these more encounters then?
Yeah. Sarah, is there an area of the Wissahickon, you know it inside and out, called Devil's Pool? And how, I've never seen that. How big, can you get in the pool? Well, I'm not getting in that then. Yeah. Have there been sightings around that area? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they can get up to 35, 50 pounds, coyotes.
And also near the Valley Green Butter College, is that near Devil's Pool or? Mm-hmm.
Sounds like if we, Sergeant, if we get close to a den full of pups, that's when you might, have an issue. What would you do? You do one of those things where you back away, or do you go
Run?
or do you go? Ah! Yep. Oh yeah. Okay, we need to clear something up then. Sergeant, we need to put that graphic back up. You're saying don't throw things at him. Sure. Right.
Yeah.
Keep a dog on a leash. Yeah.
Our graphic also said throw water at it, or spray water at it. Do you recommend that? Okay.
Yeah. Thank you both. Awesome. Yeah. Gotcha.
Okay. Thank you for the
So
advice.
forget about two of those things we showed you.
Mhm.
Or what
Thank you to you
thank you both. Or what you could do is maybe set up a wall. Oh God, Wile E. Coyote.
That's one way to take care of it.
Just be careful.
Yeah.
You know, back away and keep walking. Keep that dog on a leash. Another 70 lookalike contest. This might be the best one ever. That is not Pedro himself. Who is it?
So for the graphic, did we not get it from them then? We went on our own.
It seemed like we talked to them.
No, it didn't.
Oh,
there
it's
was no
not?
pre-interview. It was just
Why you do pre-interviews? I'm going to stop doing interviews unless there's a pre-interview.
so sometimes, guys, you don't know what the folks are actually going to say on TV.
Why not?
Because we haven't talked to them ahead of time. So sometimes that can be.
Well,
tricky.
maybe Sarah was busy hiking.
Yeah, and same with the sergeant.
All right, shut this damn thing off.
That's right.
All right.
Have a
Bye.
great Monday.
Blow up.